What happens when an ordinary person is given power? Does he retain his humanity or does he change? Can good people turn bad just because they were given power? Today we'll talk about a real psychological experiment that shook the world. The year was 1971. Dr. Philip Zimbardo, a professor at Stanford University, decided to conduct a psychological experiment. The goal was to understand how much roles and situations affect human behavior. He created a mock prison in the basement of the university. Then, he selected 24 healthy and mentally stable college students. They were divided into two groups. Half were prisoners, half were guards. They were all told that this was just a role play that would last 2 weeks. Everyone gave their consent. But what happened? No one had imagined. The experiment began. The prisoners were arrested from their homes like real criminals, brought in police cars, blindfolded, stripped, and made to wear prison uniforms. They were given a number, no name, just a number. They were taught that they had to follow prison rules. On the other hand, guards were given a uniform, batons, and sunglasses. They were told, "You are the prison officials. Maintaining order is your responsibility. You can enforce discipline however you like, but no physical violence." From the very first day, the guards began to act strictly. They made prisoners do repeated counts, humiliated them, deprived them of food. Gradually, this strictness turned into oppression and abuse. Prisoners were denied access to the toilet for no reason. They were stripped naked, mentally humiliated, kept awake all night, provoked against each other. Some guards became so cruel, as if a demon had taken over them. And the surprising thing was, all those guards were normal, educated, intelligent students. But just a role and power changed them. The prisoners' condition worsened. Some began to mentally break down. One prisoner had to be released in the middle because he became too anxious. Many began to cry and shake. Some even started a hunger strike. They had forgotten that this was just an experiment. Only after 6 days, Zimbardo's researcher friend, Christina Maslach, saw what was happening and asked, "How can you let this happen to human beings?" That's when Zimbardo realized that he too had become so absorbed in his role that it all seemed normal to him. He immediately stopped the experiment. This experiment caused a stir around the world. Debates began. Is human nature inherently flawed, or do circumstances and power corrupt a person? Zimbardo later said, "This proves how quickly situations can corrupt people faster than we can imagine." He also acknowledged that the experiment was ethically wrong. This event gave birth to today's ethical guidelines, that in any psychological experiment, human dignity and mental health must be the highest priority. This experiment revealed a bitter but necessary truth, that evil doesn't come from outside. It lives within us. It just needs an opportunity to awaken. But wait, if evil is hidden inside us, then goodness is also hidden there. In every choice we make, every moment, we decide who we will become. The guards who were breaking people, they weren't monsters. They were just like us. But they chose to place power above humanity. But think, what if just one guard had stood up and said, "No, I won't do this. This is wrong." What would have happened? Maybe one person's courage could have become the light for everyone else. Maybe some lives would have been saved. Maybe that experiment could have become proof of human goodness. The lesson is this: You don't need a crowd to change the world. You just need one person who says, I will stand for what's right, even if I stand alone. It doesn't matter who holds the power. What matters is how you use that power. When you get a chance to dominate someone, choose humility. When someone is down, don't crush them further. Offer a hand. And when everyone else is silent, your voice could become the only hope. And finally, remember, a true human is one who keeps the flame of humanity burning. Even in darkness,